So what's up, everybody? The draft's right around the corner. I've been doing some mock drafts. Probably, I think I put out 4 mock drafts already on my Facebook, 3 or 4. Must have been like 10 mock drafts already. And I'd say out of the four out of the 5 mock drafts I did, every time I'm sitting there at number 2, Kenneth Walker out of Michigan State is sitting there on the board. In one draft, I fucked around and I took Kenneth Walker in the second round for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a lot of people laughed. A lot of people reacted. Why would we draft Kenneth Walker? Why would we draft Kenneth Walker? That's stupid. We have Najee Harris. It's retarded to pick a running back. We need help on the offensive line. We need this. We need that. We need a new quarterback. We need to draft Kenny Pickett. We need to draft Malik Willis. We need to draft a quarterback this year. And I've been saying I'm not so much sold on a quarterback, honestly, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, especially this year. I don't think there is a quarterback that really stands out, in my opinion. I mean, you probably can get Desmond Ridder in the third round, who has just as much as upside as Kenny Pickett. So why are you going to spend a first-round pick on Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis when you can get a Ridder in the third, or you can get a Carson Strong in the third, who has the strongest arm in the draft out of all quarterbacks? So there really isn't a quarterback that stands out to me in this draft. And what is the biggest complaint coming down from Steeler Nation that I see all in these groups, all on Twitter, all on YouTube? What is the biggest thing that the Pittsburgh Steeler Nation has been bitching about the past 3 or 4 seasons? It's the running game, how we have not been able to establish a run game. And it's a rightful grievance for the fans. I mean, we were 31st in the league like 2 years. We were like one of the worst teams in the league in rushing the past 2 seasons before Najee Harris came around. And we still weren't that great in the running game with Najee Harris running the ball, who set the Steelers single season record for a rookie and the most attempts for a rookie in Pittsburgh Steelers history. And he's backing up Jerome Bettis and Franco Harris, 2 Hall of Fame running backs. But that is the issue. We have a horrible running game, and another issue is Najee Harris running that ball way too many times. If I have one criticism on Mike Tomlin, it's that he has a feature back mentality. And there isn't a team in the league that really has that mentality, this feature back mentality anymore. And as good as Najee Harris is, he's got speed, great running back or great receiving back out of the backfield, can block. He could do it all. He's an all-purpose, do it all back without question. And he is a feature back who should be getting the ball 20 to 25 times a game. But there are instances where you have to give him some spells. You have to have another back that can come in there and give you quality reps. Is Benny Snell that guy that you trust giving quality reps, especially if Najee Harris gets hurt? Like, let's just say that's another big thing you got to factor in is injuries. So if you're limiting the amount of carries Najee Harris is getting year in and year out, he's going to have a lot less likelihood to be injured, and he's going to have a lot less likelihood, way stronger likelihood to extend his career past 5 years, because most running backs in the league only have a shelf life of 5 years. And I'd say his biggest weakness, other than the fact that he can block, he's a great receiver, and he can go in between the tackles, like probably next to Derrick Henry, might be the best back in the league right now when it goes in between. And when it comes to running in between the tackles, Najee Harris is a straight beast, just a boulder, moving boys out there and carrying boys on his back. And Kenneth Walker is the perfect yin to Najee Harris's yang. That boy ran a 4.3 40. One thing, like I said, his weakness is he's not the fastest back. He's a big 230-pound bruiser of a back. So the biggest complaint for Steeler Nation is the past 3 years is the fact that we have not been able to establish a running game, which is facts. You can't debate that. Pittsburgh has been horrible on the ground, pathetic on the ground, worst in the league on the ground, and that's not Pittsburgh Steelers football. So if you go with a center by the name of Tyler Lindenbaum out of Iowa, put him in there, That's just boom, more improvement to that offensive line. And then you go out there and you get a Kenneth Walker in the second round, and you have an offense with a Najee Harris, a Kenneth Walker, a Pat Fryermuth, a Zach Gentry, a Deontay Johnson, and a Chase Claypool. God damn, pick your poison, baby. You got the speed and you got the power in the backfield. You got the you got the deep threat in Claypool, and then you got your possession, your screen receiver, and Deontay Johnson, who is a Pro Bowl caliber type of receiver. So do I think Pittsburgh's going to take Kenneth Walker in a second? Probably not. But to me, if Kenneth Walker is there in the second, I mean, he was like the best back in college football this year. Hands down, bar none. Hands down, bar none. You get this dude in the second round? Come on. Steelers are going to run for over 2,000 yards this season. You could pretty much put it in the bank. Najee will run for like 1,300 yards. Kenneth Walker will get you like 500, 600, and then, a couple backs in between that. Pittsburgh's going to be deadly on the ground. And then you won't have to worry about the quarterback situation because you have two amazing running backs, two great running backs behind whatever quarterback you got hand him the ball, setting that quarterback up for second and manageables, third and shorts, and easy, nice little run pass options, nice little play action boots for for Mitch Trubisky, and he just needs to throw a nice little easy pass over the middle to Zach Gentry, little easy pass over the middle to Pat Fryermuth. He's all Mitchell Trubisky's going to have to do is hit his open receivers in stride, and I believe he can do that. I believe he's going to be able to extend the plays. I believe the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to be running a lot of play action boots, a lot of rollouts, things like that. And this offense is going to be the best. Even if we don't draft Kenneth Walker, this is going to be the best Pittsburgh Steelers offense we've seen in years because we don't have Ben limiting this offense to a short dink and dunk offense. I mean, it's still probably going to be a dink and dunk offense, but guaranteed there's going to be a lot more shots down the field, a lot more quarterback under the center, play action fakes to Najee Harris, setting up deep balls over the top to Chase Claypool. And if you get Kenneth Walker, Pittsburgh's going to be one of the best. And Tyler Lindenbaugh in the first round out of Iowa, Pittsburgh's going to be one of the best teams on the ground in the NFL this year. And then if that defense turns it around, we're going to be a Super Bowl caliber team. I don't care what nobody says with Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback. So go out there and get Kenneth Walker. Let's turn this offense around. Let's have faith that the reason the defense was so bad last year was because of all the injuries, that we can add some quality depth in the draft behind Lindenbaum, behind Kenneth Walker with the first two picks in the draft. And Miles Jack comes in and helps that inside linebacking core, which was terrible last year for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and plays at the Pro Bowl caliber level that we all know that he can play at. And Stephon Tuitt comes back healthy, plays at the Pro Bowl caliber we know he can play at. Cam Hayward plays at the Pro Bowl caliber that we know he can play at. And TJ Watt, like he said in his tweet, yesterday, 2 days ago, he's a man on a motherfucking mission. And that mission is to win a Super Bowl, and that mission is to set the single season sack record in the NFL history. And I think he's got a good shot at it. And I think Pittsburgh's got a good enough shot as anybody to win the AFC North and compete for a championship in the AFC. So all the haters can hate, but that's what they're going to do. They're going to hate on Pittsburgh. And you go out there and get Kenneth Walker, oh boy, you better watch out. Smash Mouth football will be back in full effect in Pittsburgh, baby.